Hi there. I thought I'd put out a video on how to assemble the large GE cube. The GE large cube comes in two pieces, a little differently than the small one that is shown in Ron Howard's assembly video. And so what you do is you get two pieces here, you get them, and you line the other one up at 90 degrees from it. What I've done is I've taken zip ties and lined them up there. In order to get this to work with the pattern the way I wanted to, I had to drill holes along the top edge, lined up perfectly with the ones in the bottom. These are the ones that came with it, but it came with the pattern would come upside down. So I drilled some new holes. So I started running my pixels in the lower right hand corner of the coral from the backside. I'm going to zigzag up and down all the way across. And then when we get to the top panel, we'll have to switch directions. Okay, getting closer. So I finished all the panels in a straight row. And then when I got to the top of the first panel in a straight row, and the one that's in the kind of L portion of it, and you start running the pixels straight up and down. Getting ready to do power injection. I'm going to cut the positive. You'll see here we have the stripe line, which on my pixels is the ground. The middle one's the data, and the unmarked one's the positive. You can double check this on the pixels to make sure you got it right. I have double checked that on mine. I'm going to power inject every 500 pixels from the back side. And then from the front side, it's going to be the input from the controller. Total of 500 pixels per output, which means I have 5 outputs driving this large GE cube. And after I cut this wire here, I'm going to apply some liquid electrical tape to seal it off. All right, I have the cube tipped up. Don't have it all wired or cable tied together yet. Let me see, they got the gap there. What I've done, next step is I'll get in the large one, you can get in underneath it. So I'll be able to put all the zip ties in place. You will notice there is the pattern sideways. And then on the front here, this corner, and this corner, it's right side up. And I had to drill holes to be able to put them in the right orientation. To give my GE large cube a bit more stability, I built a roller platform for it. So now I can just roll it out to my display. And I drilled some holes in the bottom of the platform and used wire ties to secure it. I did this on all 3 sides. This was a Harbor Freight wooden dolly that I modified and made it larger. I got this idea from Craig Dickerson, who was the first to do it. I think he used a plastic dolly. I had this wooden one around, so I used it. And here you can see where I drilled the hole on the inside there to feed the wire ties through it and hold everything into place. Here is the inside of the cube. I actually didn't film myself putting this together on this part, but I thought I'd give you a summary of it, how I finished up and put the control system together. First of all, I built a frame to hold up the center of the cube so it didn't sag. You can see it sag there a little bit from the weight of the pixels on the top, but I've got that supported now so it shouldn't sag any further. I basically built a U shape using Craig pocket screw jig and just did a U shape, and then I mounted it to my wooden base. And then in the center, again using pocket screws, I put a center post and I screwed my controller to it. You can see I have this set up for additional smart receivers to come out of it. It's the Culp 8PB, so I use 5 outputs to drive the cube, 500 per output. Now I am doing power injection, which I stated earlier, so I go 250 on an output. I break the positive, then I run a power injection line at the 500 pixel one that feeds the second 250 on Jabber 250. So, and there's 2,500 pixels in this particular cube, and therefore that drives the whole thing. So that kind of summarizes the build. I hope this will help somebody assemble their cube.